Yuval David here in New York City. This city averages 65 million tourists annually. So my question today is for New Yorkers. What advice do they have for tourists? Let's find out what they say. As a New Yorker, what advice do you have for tourists?
Walk faster.
Do you ever walk slowly yourself?
Never, no.
Because we're always busy. We're always rushing from appointment to appointment or trying to get to somewhere.
Walk in New York City, go to Central Park. That's like a different experience.
What about you? Are you a New Yorker as well? You're from Jersey. That counts. Well, what advice do you have?
People don't like helping with directions, so asking is really brutal.
More work, more people. That's good. No? It's a good city.
New Yorkers like it, as long as you move fast. What?
No, I just don't like tourists when they're here. That's really mean, I guess, but well, just like don't walk slow and get in people's way.
I don't think I'm capable of strolling. I don't understand how people walk slowly. It's probably amazing that you're spending this amount of time talking to me right now.
Yeah, it is.
So what advice do you have for tourists who come to the city?
Go home.
Why?
Why? So we can go to the museums and not have to drive behind the tourist bus on the bridge. We can't access things now because they're here.
So what advice do you have for tourists who come here?
Go check out PS1. Go to the Tenement Museum. Yeah, there's something more than Times Square.
Don't go to Times Square.
I don't go to Times Square.
Go to Central Park. That's like the best spot to go for tourists.
Everybody has a place to go. They're always on the move. Well, I could easily say we're always on the move. Know where you're going and just get there. So a lot of people say that people in New York aren't necessarily friendly. Is that true anymore?
Yes, it's true. Avoid all the tourist traps.
Like what? What are the
Stay away from the staples like restaurants in Times Square and going to the top of 30 Rockefeller. Skip that. Find the underground cool stuff. Go to the restaurants that don't have the big neon flashing signs. Go to the bars with nothing above them besides a little sign that says bar and little lights. And stay away from places that are going to charge you triple the price for a beer.
That's actually good advice for anybody, for New Yorkers as well. I'm going to take that advice. How long have you lived here?
2 years.
Does that not make you a New Yorker?
New Yorkers have a different mentality.
Where are you from originally?
Originally Portugal. Try a lot of different restaurants, explore, go to a lot of museums.
I think we're a little more guarded and we're a little more on the defense. Once you prove that you're worth our time, I think we're the best people in the country, maybe in the world.
So you think it's a good thing for them to come?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Even 65 million tourists?
Even 65 million tourists. That's what makes New York. New York.
At the end of our day of asking New Yorkers what advice they would give tourists, it's pretty much the same across the board. Walk faster, get out of the way of somebody who's moving quickly, spend your money here, and avoid the tourist traps. So many other cool things to do in the city, other than Times Square.